Good morning, and welcome to the 132nd commencement exercises of the Norwich City Schools. It is with great pleasure that we present this year's graduation awards and diplomas to the class of 2023 and recognize our graduating seniors for their accomplishments. Please remain standing as the senior class officers lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, after which the Norwich High School Choir will sing the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Scott Ryan, Superintendent of the Norwich City School District.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2023. Students, welcome to your graduation ceremony. As a proud district alum, I'm grateful for the opportunity to be part of this celebration of you, your accomplishments, and your experiences while a student at NCSD. Today is your culminating event, your finest hour, and yet it is just beginning. Moms, dads, caregivers, loved ones, my message today is simple. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me, our administration, our teachers, and our support staff to be part of this incredible journey of these soon-to-be NCSD graduates. Today, it has been an honor and a privilege to know that the focus of our work has been on improving the learning conditions for your child yesterday, today, and of course, certainly for those to come. We merely share in the celebration of your child today. To you, graduates, despite what the top of my head suggests, I remember sitting where you are today, feeling as though I had reached a summit, but can now share that the sun must have been in my eyes. Like many of you, I have spent the last few weeks listening to speeches of hope, chasing dreams, journeys, paths, closing chapters, and opening new. And what has resonated most with me is how important the experience truly is. So I want to share with you my absolute favorite speech that reminded me of the last few days when considering the experiences you all have been through and the experiences that I've had in the area of leadership. It is titled Man in the Arena and written by Theodore Roosevelt. In quotes, "It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat." The Man in the Arena passage was from April of 1910, so pay little attention to the pronoun of man, but rather the emphasis on the importance of action and striving towards worthy goals in life over idle criticism, laziness, and inaction. In closing, graduates of 2023, I can say with great pride, dare to get in the arena. Dare to be great in everything that you do, and when you fail, dust off and get back in the arena. When you succeed, give thanks to those that have assisted. And so I say, thank you for all you have given to NCSD, because today we have succeeded. Know that we believe in you and we love you. Go Purple.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Elspeth Hunter, this year's salutatorian.
It is my pleasure to welcome all of the family members, friends, teachers, and my fellow graduates to this ceremony. Can you believe that we're finally here? I'm not sure I can. For the past 4 years, I have hoped that I would end up here, salutatorian, speaking to all of you. But now that I finally am, I can't quite believe it. While I was attempting to avoid agonizing over all the things I wanted to say in this speech, I started reading a new book. In this book, the main character was a high schooler with a degenerative condition that would soon leave her with severe memory loss. So she was writing a book to her future self that she called her memory book. As a graduating senior, something about this idea of a memory book really struck a chord with me. The more I read, the more I thought about what memories I would want to capture, what moments would be so central to remembering who I am that I would take the time to ensure that no faulty memory could take them from me. Would I use that space to hold on to the time I got a 100 on a test? Or maybe the moment that I forgot to do an assignment and ended up with a 0 in the gradebook? Or perhaps the perfect thing to include would be that all-important equation, y equals mx plus b. Or I could write about all of the hours poured into homework, and stressing over homework, and desperately avoiding doing homework. I certainly could write those things, but let's be real here. Those aren't the memories that I will turn to when I think about who I was in high school. My memory book would be bursting at the seams with crumpled scraps of sheet music, photos of this beautiful landscape and that ray of sunshine, pages of countless books, and most of all, people. Every page would be crammed full of goofy selfies sent by my friends, and inside jokes that wouldn't mean anything to anyone else, and descriptions of that time I stole Izzy's shoe, and we ran around the entire school shoeless until we both finally collapsed from laughter. I would write about going to prom and hearing the collective shriek of joy across the room as ABBA's Dancing Queen started playing. I even want to remember the moment when I, after winning the spelling bee the year before, stepped up to the stage and spelled the word superb perfectly. S-U-P-E-R-B-E-R-B. Superb, my family's new favorite word, and a moment that I will never live down. My book would also talk about the pandemic and how, despite the fact that school was on a screen, our amazing teachers still found ways to make an impact on our lives. Ms. Wren still found time to ask us how our days were going, and Ms. Locke somehow managed to turn physics into a digital subject. And Ms. McCormick was always her honest and empathetic self, helping her students through one of the strangest and hardest experiences of our lives. It would talk about the late nights spent talking with my mother about everything and nothing, my dad cracking stupid jokes, my brother's habit of hip-checking me every time we walk past each other in the hallway. I think that I speak for my whole class when I say that none of us would be here today without the people who have supported us to this point, be they friends, family, or teachers. Even with half of my high school career spent alone in my bedroom on a Chromebook, in the end, it is my connection with others, not my Wi-Fi connection, that has most shaped my high school experience and created the person standing in front of you today. Looking out at this audience, I see many faces that I don't recognize. I can't speak to your experiences or your thoughts, so I'm not even going to try. Instead, I want each of you, whether you are a parent, a student, a teacher, or one of my fellow graduates, to take this moment to think about one memory from these past 4 years that you would put in your memory book. I know that high school has been a weird, hard time for a lot of us, as I'm sure all of the parents here can attest to. But I'm also certain that everybody here has something or someone that they want to remember going forward. I hope that everyone here today can use this ceremony as a time to reflect on those experiences, to think about your own memory books, and to get ready to go out and find the people that will fill the rest of your pages, wherever life takes you next. And now, I will leave you with some final words of wisdom that I hope will find a place in those memory books. I'm never gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. I'm never gonna run around and desert you. Let's never forget, class of 23.
At this time, I have several awards to give out to students that were not given out at our other award ceremonies. Would Mr. Joe Alger please assist me in the presentation of these awards? If we could just hold our applause until the end, we'll just give one large round of applause for all of our recipients. The first award is the Greater Norwich Foundation Alan Horowitz All-Around Student Scholarship. That is presented to Alexander Smitana. The Greater Norwich Foundation Alan Horowitz Sports Person of the Year Award is presented to Mason Edwards. The Greater Norwich Foundation Clara Robbins Memorial Scholarship is presented to Andrea Alvarez. The Greater Norwich Foundation Clara Robbins Memorial Scholarship is also presented to Alexandria Fink. And another Clara Robbins Memorial Scholarship to Natalie Franklin. The Greater Norwich Foundation Clara Robbins Scholarship also to Breanne Miner. Greater Norwich Foundation, the Esther C. Flanagan Scholarship is presented to Ethan Gazach. The Greater Norwich Foundation Harrison and Betty Edwards Science Scholarship is presented to Harrison Matlack Gray. The Greater Norwich Foundation John and James Westcott Memorial Scholarship is presented to Grayson Boyer. The Greater Norwich Foundation John M. Endry Scholarship is presented to Donovan Gillen. The Greater Norwich Foundation Joseph Rotundo Memorial Scholarship is presented to Emma Brooks. The Greater Norwich Foundation Marcia Stewart Memorial Scholarship is presented to Adriana Palmer. The Greater Norwich Foundation Margaret Newton Forsyth Scholarship is presented to Alexandria Roque. What's that? The Greater Norwich Foundation Robert N. Endry Scholarship is presented to Drew Brooks. The Greater Norwich Foundation Thomas H. Ivory Scholarship is presented to Nora Thompson. The Greater Norwich Foundation Supplemental Thomas Ivory Scholarship is presented to Taya Clipston. The Greater Norwich Foundation Supplemental Thomas Ivory Scholarship is also presented to Sarah Davis. Another Supplemental Thomas Ivory Scholarship is presented to Emily Flynn. The Supplemental Thomas Ivory Scholarship is presented to Elspeth Hunter. And the last Supplemental Thomas Ivory Scholarship is presented to Logan Waters. The Greater Norwich Foundation H. William Smith Jr. Technical Scholarship is presented to Anthony Raganisi. This last award is a newly created award for Suzanne M. Tedesco Gazach Memorial Scholarship Fund. This past February, longtime Norwich educator Suzanne Gazach lost her courageous battle to cancer. To keep Suzanne's legacy and her dedication to education going, and her memory alive in the hearts of all who loved her, her family and friends started the Suzanne M. Tedesco Gazage Memorial Scholarship Fund. A scholarship will be awarded annually to a graduating senior, both from the Norwich City High School and Hampton Bays High School, where she grew up. Recipients must be pursuing a college degree in early education or just need a little assistance to know they are braver than they believe, stronger than what they believe, and smarter than what they think they are. As a general guideline, recipients must embrace Suzanne's characteristics of being kind, compassionate, and always striving to achieve one's goals of excellence and hard work. This year's recipient from Norwich High School is Isabella Natoli. At this time, I ask that everyone please rise for the alma mater, which will be sung by seniors Alexandria Fink, Elspeth Hunter, William Lindner, and Isabella Natoli. You are welcome to sing along. The words are printed in your programs.
One, two. With light thy brow is crowned, with hope thy form is shrouded, thy face shines forth unclouded, O alma mater dear. Our burdens are made lighter, our inspirations brighter, our vows for right are mightier, to thee, O Mother dear.
Please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Emma Brooks, this year's valedictorian, who will deliver her valedictory speech.
Welcome, fellow students, families, community members, and educators. This morning, we are here to formally celebrate our completion of high school. We are here to cheer for our classmates, hug our friends and family, and throw our caps in the air. But before we get to all of that, we should relish these last few moments we have here, gathered as the class of 2023. Many people have the unfortunately false impression that as valedictorian, I'm some kind of academic machine that is able to churn out papers, assignments, study guides, and Quizlets. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Most people don't see my initial overwhelmed stage or the uncomfortable middle stage of slowly putting something together because I have to so I can sleep at night. In these stressful times, I have found comfort in one principle that I want to share with you, and that is the principle of controlling the controllables. I'm not going to pretend that I have landed on this thoughtful perspective by myself, though. And as much as I don't want to give my grandpa credit, because he already has such an inflated ego, I can without a doubt attribute these helpful words of wisdom to him. With his approach, you take care of what you can and let the other variables go. And I feel like we've all done this to get to the point we are at today, gathered here to celebrate our academic careers, but more importantly, our 18 years spent persevering together. Whether we like it or not, certain things are out of our control. Seemingly simple things like the weather with the April snowstorm last year and the wildfire smoke a couple weeks ago are things that we can't really do anything about. Instead, we have to focus on things that we can change, and this graduating class in particular has lived by this ideology. By now, it's old news to simply acknowledge that COVID has provided many uncontrollable challenges for our high school years. I think it's important to look at how we handled this together by controlling what we could. Returning from quarantine, we saw a renewal of friendships that would bring us even closer than before. In reestablishing these relationships, we turned towards each other amidst the burdens of the outside world. Eventually, our appreciation for being together again led to goofy little rituals that would tie us together and give us something to come back to. This included throwing a tennis ball around on the tiny patch of grass outside the cafeteria, playing ping pong on pushed-together desks and tables, or gathering in the senior courtyard to throw some cornhole. This renewal of camaraderie and in-person connection was also found in the joint tennis team the spring after we came back from COVID. Although our girls' tennis season was postponed in the fall of that year, we made the best of it by combining with the boys' team for the spring season. Being a part of this new, larger group extended beyond the traditional boundaries and led to even more fun. I'll never forget the random mixed doubles pairings, long stops for food after matches, and the impromptu basketball game at the pizza place near Windsor. Another way our class as a whole has made up for the lost time at the beginning of high school is by controlling the controllable of the virtue of commitment. Maybe it's just bias, but I think that our class is particularly dedicated to what they do. We've had countless athletes participate in states for their sports this year. We had lots of senior musicians participate in area all-state and all-state groups. We had many seniors in the musical putting on amazing performances, and I will add that our class has the most dedicated group of Magros workers in the entire world. To reach such great levels of success and achievement, our class focused on controlling what they could, and it all stems from contributing the best effort possible in whatever scenario it may be. Just a few weeks ago, I experienced a situation that reinforced for me the value of controlling the controllables. It was the week leading up to my calculus final, and I was going through a stack of review sheets, feeling as though I didn't know what I was doing. So I found myself sitting at my grandparents' kitchen table, working through these study guides and also worrying about the other schoolwork I had that week. And that was when my grandpa, who's a retired math teacher, said something like, "Don't worry about the unpredictable, difficult questions on the test. Just focus on what you know how to do." And the following Friday, that piece of advice helped me with my calc final more than any of his math tips. It really goes to show that everything is about perspective. For me, and likely many of you, close friends and family are the people that you need in your life to bring you this sense of perspective. I'm very lucky and grateful that my family has always been very supportive and able to bring me comfort when I let myself get swallowed up by moments of stress. And even though we can't bring all of the important people in our lives with us into our next chapter, we can take comfort in the fact that their words of wisdom have provided a solid foundation for us. Sure, there will be factors beyond our control, like pretentious professors, roommates on odd sleep schedules, demanding bosses, or eccentric colleagues. But let this mindset of controlling the controllables be a familiar and comforting principle as we face the new experiences awaiting us. By maintaining our perspective, we can and will be able to navigate our futures and make great things happen. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you who have supported us to this point. On behalf of our class, I want to say thank you to Mr. Ryan and Mr. Rowe for taking pride in and acknowledging all of our hard work and great accomplishments. Thank you to our teachers for pushing us towards success and putting up with our shenanigans. And trust me, there were plenty of shenanigans. To our coaches, thank you for not just helping us become better athletes, but for being cheerleaders in our lives. And last but not least, thank you to our friends and families for having a profound impact on who we are today, and for sometimes providing some okay advice. Thanks.
Members of the Board of Education of Norwich City Schools and Mr. Ryan, as principal of Norwich High School, I certify that all students about to receive diplomas have met or exceeded the requirements of Norwich High School and have met or exceeded the requirements for graduation as set forth by the New York State Board of Regents and the New York State Department of Education. Now for the presentation of the diplomas. I invite the Board of Education President, Mr. Christopher Olds, to come forward so that we may begin the diploma ceremony. Alexandra Noel Roque. Yep. Caden E. Lewis. Willoughby Scout Swingle. Haley M. Beckwith. Emma Drew Edwin Brooks. Sorry, Drew. Emma May Brooks. Sarah Rose Davis. Mason Edwards. Alexandria Catherine Fink. Natalie Louise Franklin. Nathan Howard Franklin. Donovan James Gillen. Kaylee Ann Hamilton. Elspeth Aileen Hunter. Megan Elizabeth Lindridge. Isabella M. Natoli. Caleb Thomas Nichols. Adriana Ray Palmer. Haley Paige Rotundo. Ellie Lynn Ryan. L.T. Sherry. Nicole F. Sitz. Alexander Roman Smitana. Nora Catherine Thompson. Madison Elizabeth Vaughn. Caitlin Marie Zeno. William Jameson Abbott. Tiana Jovan Alexander. Dylan Scott Alger. Andrea Jean Alvarez. Victoria Pearl Barber. Trey D. Bates. Blake Edward Bennett. Anthony Leroy Berg. Michaela Renee Blackledge. Pearson J. Bookamer. Grayson B. Boyer. Nathan Allen Burchell. Ethan Ryan Burleson. Gabriella Mercedes Carney. Just want to take 1 second for this next student and say, as a principal, sometimes you have to literally drag students across the finish line. Right, Quince? Quincy D. Carnahan. Taya Lynn Clipston. Autumn Rose Klum. Jada Claire Cooper. Benjamin S. Corbin. Ethan James Cummings. Ember Janea Cushman. Rashay Mariah Davis. Tessa Nicole Doland. Nevea Haley Doré. Malachi C. Eaton. Kira Jane Eckert. Drayden Thomas Eichler. Michaela Figueroa. Emily Ann Flynn. Ashley Renee Freyer. Wyatt Jacob Gould. Ethan John Gazach. Jacob Scott Hagenbu. Austin Ho. Annalise Shea Jackson. James Arthur Jackson. Riley Case Johnson. Olivia Michelle Joslin. Damian Allen Kane. Abigail N. Kelsey. Philip J. Kraft. Juliet Ann Larman. Cabrera A. Lawton. Joshua Scott Lawton. Congratulations, Josh. Kylie May Lawton. Get over here. Hey, you. William Frederick Lindner. Kyle Lee Linger. Jessie May Little. Jake A. Llewellyn. Gabrielle Graziella Lagerfo Anisi. Ian M. McClory. Gabriel Angelo Moriano. Allison May Manwaran. Michael G. Manwaran. Barbara Marie Miracle. Harrison Cooper Matlack Gray. Lucas James Miller. Brianne E. Miner. Maxwell Ty Morris. Finn Richard Watts Monroe. Nathan Murphy. Lena Katarina Neisser. Alex Bradley Newman. Caroline Ushkuv Olsen. How'd I do? I tried. It's hard. Blake Jeffrey Overton. Natalie Marie Perry. Yes. Sarah Lynn Pashuda. Lucia Nina Pep. Jacob Paul Phillips. Kai Joshua Quinn. Anthony Austin Raganisi. Nicholas Anthony Raganisi. Madison Elizabeth Ryan. Duana Maria Ramashkanu Santos. Madison Elizabeth Ann Sales. Kayla B. Sherman. Erin Michelle Smith. Ethan Smith. Ryan Michael Smith. Logan Rice Spencer. Jarrell Hennessy Stokes. Jenna Lynn Straight. Xander Joseph Sutton. Gage J. Titsworth. Caleb Michael Turner. Cameron A. Van Houten. Jasmine M. Vorick. Logan Michael Waters. Christian James Webster. Hunter Riley Wenzel. Ella Jane White. Parker Edward Weir. Jennifer Brooke Wright. Today is a day well done. Today is a day of immense joy as we celebrate a significant milestone in your lives. It is an honor to stand before you as your principal, and I am humbled by the opportunity to address this remarkable graduating class. As we embark on this momentous occasion, let us reflect. By now, you all know that I like to choose a theme for any address I give. I started out my career as an educator in Asia. I lived in Burma and I taught in an elementary school. And I cannot think of a better theme as odd as it may initially sound, as talking about the qualities of bamboo and how they beautifully intertwine with our school's mission to connect, inspire, and empower. Bamboo is a plant known for its strength, resilience, and flexibility. It is a symbol of the qualities we strive to cultivate within each and every one of you. Just like bamboo, you have weathered the storms, adapted to the ever-changing circumstances, and emerged stronger than ever. Your journey through Norwich City School District has been a transformative one, and it is in this nurturing environment that you have grown into the remarkable individuals we see before us today. First and foremost, bamboo is known for its ability to connect. Its roots intertwine, creating a strong foundation that allows it to withstand even the harshest conditions. Similarly, our school district has provided you with a foundation for lifelong connections. Throughout your years here, you have formed deep bonds with classmates, teachers, and mentors who have supported you, challenged you, and shaped your character. Remember to cherish these connections and continue nurturing them as you move forward in life. Stay connected to your Norwich family and use these relationships to uplift and inspire one another. Secondly, bamboo inspires us with its unwavering spirit and growth. Despite its humble appearance, bamboo has the incredible ability to shoot up towards the sky, reaching unimaginable heights. Likewise, I encourage each of you to embrace your own potential and aim for the stars. Take inspiration from the experiences, knowledge, and skills you have acquired through your time at Norwich City School District. Let the memories and lessons learned be the fuel that propels you forward as you pursue your dreams. Never stop striving for greatness, and never, ever underestimate the power of your dreams to change the world. Lastly, bamboo empowers us through its remarkable resilience and adaptability. This remarkable plant bends but does not break when faced with challenges. It teaches us the importance of resilience in the face of adversity. As you leave the familiar halls of Norwich City School District and venture into the wider world, remember that challenges are inevitable. However, it is in these moments that your true strength will shine. Embrace the unknown with confidence, adapt to the changing circumstances, and let your resilience be your guiding light. You have the power to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. Today, as we celebrate your achievements and bid you farewell, know that the legacy of Norwich City School District lives within each and every single one of you. Carry the qualities of bamboo with you as you step into the next phase of your journey. Stay connected to your roots, draw inspiration from within, and let your resilience empower you to overcome any obstacle you encounter. I want to express my heartfelt congratulations to the Norwich City School District graduating class. I have witnessed your potential and witnessed your commitment to excellence. As you embark on new horizons, remember that Norwich will always be your home, no matter how far you travel. Keep the spirit of bamboo alive within you, as weird as that sounds, and go forth to connect, inspire, and empower the world with the remarkable gifts you possess. Thank you, and congratulations once again. At this time, will the senior class president please come before the graduates, and will the class please rise and follow Chicky in the turning of the tassel ceremony. hold on. Pause. Ladies and gentlemen, graduated seniors, this concludes our ceremonies here this afternoon, and we would ask that everyone in the bleachers please remain in the bleachers until the recessional has been completed. As you leave, please take with you our best wishes for a safe and happy celebration of the fine accomplishments of these men and women. It gives me great pleasure to present and congratulate one last time the Norwich High School class of 2023. Let's hear it for our graduating class. We're good. I just got to get that.
Paper?
Nope, that's all good.